Well, beautiful setting sun on this magnificent Monday after a super Sunday and a splendid Saturday as well. The weekend just fantastic. A lot of melting going on. We gave you a first alert to some conditions beginning on your Valentine's Day last week, and the conditions look to be pretty terrible for some of us as we go through the late part of your Valentine's Day. Here's what you need to know. Tuesday in the afternoon, we'll have a wintry mix. It'll combine with some icing and then snow to create some pretty tricky travel conditions. You may want to be at your destination by your Valentine's night at 10 o'clock, because after that, that's when the strongest of the wind and the greatest of the accumulating snow will be making its way through. So the fortunate thing is the brunt of the storm happens overnight, but we are going to have wind that continues into Wednesday throughout the day, and anywhere that has new snowfall with winds gusting upwards of 50 or more miles per hour, we have that great risk of blizzard potential where you see the pink colors here. So from just south of Grand Forks and Fargo, Moorhead into the southeast North Dakota, particularly southeast North Dakota in the Lakes country. That's where that risk is going to be the greatest. Here is a look at your hour-by-hour forecast for your hometown. Not much changes overnight. We do cool a bit. Quiet winds, and we start your Valentine's Day off lovely. Then, by the time we get into the early afternoon, there's going to be some areas of rain and some icing. There could even be some light icing accumulation before things start mixing with in the afternoon and drive time hours to snow. So for drive time on your Valentine's Day, the greatest impacts will be off to the east, but remember, things will really have just gotten started with regards to snowfall. Temperatures in the 30s to near 40 to the east. Notice rain all the way down to the Twin Cities. Notice quieter conditions in our far northern counties north of Highway 2. Now, this model shows most of the snow south and east of Fargo. Other models show it in a different perspective. This storm has not crossed the Rockies yet. And as it does, we'll get a better handle on the precise track of this heavier band of snow. I think we're going to see some accumulating snow in Fargo. Blowing snow and drifting snow really pick up in the evening hours after dinner and into the overnight hours, particularly across our western counties. The winds start picking up, gusting over 50 miles per hour at times through the overnight. It's going to be a noisy overnight and colder as well. Heading into your Wednesday morning, we'll have the winds to continue. That will cause the fresh fallen snow to be blowing and drifting throughout the day, with potential for ground blizzard conditions for portions of our area that get the fresh fallen snow. Speaking of that snow band, here's a look at that. Right at Fargo, we have a sharp cutoff here, a trace to 4 inches of snow possible in these areas, particularly as we get into southeast North Dakota and Lakes country, where you see the darker blue shades here. 2 to 6 inches of fresh fallen snow is expected. This will be Grant County, eastern Becker and Otter Tail counties, anywhere east of that like Wadena, also out towards the Alexandria area in Douglas County as well. See the darker blues here? We could get an enhanced band, and notice how this kind of cuts off right here in Clay County. We'll see about that. Fargo, I think, is going to be right on the edge of some significant accumulations, but the 0 to 4 should cover us, I think, about 2 inches. Temperatures as we head into our evening hours tonight are 35 to 43 degrees in Baudette and Waskish right now. A little bit cooler off to the west. Here's your storm system, not over the Rockies yet, but traveling through, and it will develop in Colorado, and this Colorado low again will produce some wintry conditions. Your planning forecast shows temperatures in the 20s in the morning, increasing up to 33. Date night, pretty good. Not too windy yet, and some mixed precipitation. The real wind picks up, like I said, be where you want to be by the time it's 10 o'clock. That's when the worst of the conditions, and they do persist into Wednesday as well on a very cold late week forecast. 6 below the coldest. More improvement, though, heading into your weekend ahead. We're back into the 30s once again for the third straight weekend. Not too bad. Make sure you have that Valley News Live weather app handy for this storm system. As it develops over the Rockies, we'll have a better idea.
You verbalized everyone's thoughts. Like,
it's a cool off, but it's a short cool off before it's back to kind of normal again.
Yeah, we can shake that cold off.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
Still ahead on Valley News Live at 6, how Minnesota lawmakers are looking to change sports betting in the state.